Right, welcome back to Steph's street view. So we're on the western side of Heyford Park. So this is Camp Road, which is a straight street we talked about earlier. What's really quite interesting here is you've got homes that have what's called frontage access. So often on new developments, the main road through has got what we call restricted frontage access, which is where there's a concern from the highway authority about providing direct access from the street to the driveways and front doors of individual houses. So the main concern is really that you're going to get a conflict or a danger between moving vehicles and vehicles moving in and out of their driveways. So a lot of the concern is about, there being some sort of collision, accident, what have you. So a highway authority would typically stop you as a developer or a local planning authority from having frontage access. So when that happens, normally what you'll see a main road through a development, you'll have a pavement, you'll have a verge, but then you'll have a secondary movement network. So you'll have a private drive or another set of road here. Can you see where these cars are here? And then you get a fundamental disconnect between buildings and the street. And we know as urban designers that the best streets are created when there's a positive connection between buildings and the streets and public spaces they relate to. So that positive connection is achieved by windows, doors, and the ability for there to be human movement and activity between the two. And if you're not allowed to have that physical connection between the two, you get a severance effect. So you lose what makes for a successful street. So now if I've explained that, let's show you how they've managed to get around this frontage access problem. So one of the main issues is not necessarily pulling in, but cars pulling off the driveway. So they'll be reversing onto a busy street, in this case Camp Road. So they've got around this by minimising the number of entrances onto driveways. So if I nip over the road here, what you can see is there's one access for every two houses. The second thing you'll notice is each home has got what's called on-plot turning. So you can see where the red car is and you can see where the silver car is, and you can see there's a little pull-in bay there. So it basically means that the red car can reverse onto that, come out onto Camp Road in a forward gear. So this is a really clever trick to have up your sleeve. So if you're a developer or your local planning authority and you've got the highway authority saying, hang on here, we can't have frontage access, straight away your ears should prick up. You know you're going to get an urban design problem further down the road. So just put it out on the table and say, hang on, could we not have frontage access if we provide on-plot turning, like you can see here along Camp Road? So walk down here and you can see another few homes which have got this on-plot turning. What's also quite interesting here from an urban design perspective is that you've got buildings that almost reinforce the hierarchy of Camp Road as being the main street through the development. So you've got these really big houses. So you've got a plot rhythm here, you could say. So the plots are big. So there's a consistency all along Camp Road where it's big houses, big houses, big houses, big houses. So that's sending you a bit of a subtle message about the hierarchy of this street. It feels very different to other streets here at Heyford Park.